Welcome back to Action Figure Obsession. I am your old pal Avian and Loaded, and back with you with another video. And this one just occurred to me a little while ago. You know, I've spoken before of my oh waning interest in the Marvel Cinematic Universe and its accompanying Marvel Legends action figure line. I bought this Hasbro Marvel Legends 2-pack Peter Parker. He came with Ned Leeds in a 2-pack. I'm not even sure which movie it was associated with. I think it was the one before No Way Home, Far From Home, was it? Something with home in it. Because they all have home in it. Oh, so cute. But it occurred to me in the comic books, when Bruce Banner originally became the Hulk, he was assisted by a teenage sidekick, because Jack Kirby, who essentially created the Incredible Hulk, had a thing for his heroes to have teenage sidekicks, I think, to make them more relatable, to be the everyman, to be the POV for us. And Rick Jones was the Hulk's teenage sidekick. And he formed a whole club of kids that were dedicated to communicating with each other across the country and talking about what the superheroes were doing and assisting Dr. Banner and the Hulk as needed. You'd think somebody with the size and strength of the Incredible Hulk wouldn't need any help, but Rick Jones was always there to help him. Rick Jones later went on to be the second Bucky, Captain America's second partner as Bucky for a brief period of time, I think during the Jim Steranko run, and he also was partnered with Marvel, Captain Marvel, and for a time they shared the Negabands, and whenever one of them clanged the Negabands together, the other person would be shunted off into I think, the negative zone or another universe or another galaxy. I'm not sure exactly what was going on with that. I don't recall. I think it was the negative zone. But yeah, that was the same Rick Jones. He basically was the boy partner to at least three different superheroes that I'm aware of: the Incredible Hulk, Captain America, and later Marvel Captain Marvel. I think the outfit, the costume, the design on this Peter Parker. Don't think about Tom Holland. Just think about this as a teenage boy with some grit and determination. You know, I think he makes a pretty good Rick Jones to partner up with the Hulk. And it's kind of amazing that we've never gotten a Rick Jones action figure. We've gotten Aunt May a couple times. I believe, at least the VHS box set, and maybe there was a comic book one. We've certainly gotten a number of Mary Janes and Gwen Stacy. We got and J. Jonah Jameson, but Rick Jones. I mean, as I say, he's applies across the franchise. He is a foundational Marvel Comics 616 character, as a core part of, I think he was in Avengers #1, if I recall correctly, and he certainly was in the first handful of issues of the Hulk, and then he appeared in some very, very significant issues of Captain America during that Jim Steranko run, and during, was it Gil Kane, I think, was drawing Captain Marvel, and possibly Jim Starlin, too, when Rick Jones and Captain Marvel were swapping places on Earth and in the other realm that the other character would have been shunted off to. It was basically a take on the Captain Marvel from Fawcett Comics, the Shazam, Billy Batson. He would say his magic word, and suddenly he would be the adult Captain Marvel, who was, that was the first Captain Marvel in comics. It had nothing to do with Marvel Comics. It was actually published by Fawcett Publications. But they were kind of, I think, riffing on the fact that the superhero character, had the same name. Captain Marvel from Fawcett Comics would say Shazam and become Captain Marvel. And in Marvel Comics in the late 1960s, Rick Jones would clang his Negabands together and swap places with Captain Marvel, also known as Captain Marvel, in a comic book not coincidentally titled Captain Marvel. So yeah, I'm thinking maybe I need this in my Hulk display. Maybe I need to pair the Hulk up with a Rick Jones. I think that would be kind of fun, actually. And I don't currently have a place on my Spider-Man shelf for this Tom Holland Peter Parker. It's not. It's just not something that I really care about. It's a beautiful figure. It's very well done. The proportions are nice. It's got a nice finish. The face sculpt is excellent. It really is. It's probably the best Tom Holland face sculpt that they did. But I don't really need. I don't really need that Peter Parker. I'm into the comics. I'm not really that much into the movies anymore. And you could ask yourself, what is it? Where's that going to leave? MJ. And where's that going to leave? Oh boy. That was just one character. One figure. I'm not counting it as a mass casualty event. I'm just not. And where's that going to leave Ned? And Hulk is like, who your friends, Rick? Because, he thinks that that's Rick Jones. He doesn't realize that maybe it's Peter Parker. So, multiversal shenanigans ahoy. I'm thinking that, I'm thinking this Peter Parker is going to go into my Hulk display on my Hulk shelf as Rick Jones, boy sidekick to Bruce Banner in the early years of his career. And I'll probably pair him up with this 80 Years Hulk, because why not? It's the best Hulk action figure in the Marvel Legends line, and the second best Hulk action figure in either a 6 or 7 inch scale, right after the Immortal Hulk, which was also sculpted by the same sculptor, Mayshelf. And that's really all I got. Maybe I should have said this was a short session, but it's too late now. I'm all in. This is an action figure obsession video. And because that matters, somewhere in my OCD, I'm sure. But, yeah, I think that Ned and MJ can go off and have their own adventures. And I think that Rick Jones here, that is your name now, buddy. Remember it, Rick Jones, friend to the Incredible Hulk, advisor to the Incredible Hulk, leader of the, was it the Boy Brigade or something like that? It was something like that, his confederacy of like-minded, busybody teenage boys with shortwave radios, if I am recalling correctly. If I'm not, leave a comment about, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't mind that at all. I'd prefer it, actually. Now we know that Aaron Eckhart played Two-Face in the Christopher Nolan Batman movies, or at least one of them, right? So I think that's it for this action figure short session here on Action Figure Obsession for Robert Bruce Banner and Rick Jones, boy sidekick. I want to thank you for spending about 8 minutes of your time with me today. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you hated it, give it a thumbs down. Comment. Let me know what you think about the idea of turning Tom Holland into Rick Jones for the purposes of my display. I know the action figure police aren't coming to my door, but is it the worst idea ever? Or is it, do you think there's a little something there? It might be a little something there, it might be okay. Subscribe to the channel, and if you do, hit the notification bell so that you are notified whenever I upload anything new here on the Avian and Loaded channel. And again, thanks for stopping by. Have a great day, and remember, you wouldn't like me when I'm angry.